Hey, this is Lorena, and we're gonna talk about the work that's going on in the back. In the last video, I talked about how they were working on the very bottom of the house or the downstairs of the house, and also to some of the issues that we were dealing with the stairs. Is that what it is? Stairs? Well, before they could even work on the top or the second floor of the house, the stairs had to be taken care of. So this video, we're gonna talk about what upstairs will look like, what was the process of doing upstairs, and what condition it is now. All right, so let me share with you a before of what upstairs used to look like. Upstairs did have sheetrock all over on the building, but we ended up having some roof leaking issue and some bird nesting issue upstairs. And when I first purchased the house had a metal roof, and the person who put the metal roof on put the cheapest metal roof they could put on. So in the second building, we had some roof leaking. So the sheetrock was swollen and bowed down, and they also kind of put a weird closet, a very long closet. So there was this weird wall that kind of cut the space up by like maybe 4 or 5 feet. Now the closet was so creepy. I never went in there because they didn't sheetrock that room or do anything. It wasn't insulated. It was a hot room, and it had a weird door. Now upstairs did have an AC unit, a wall unit that worked very well. And the other issue that was upstairs is that some of the sheetrock was falling apart or pulling out a bit, and the floor that was upstairs kind of bowed and moved a lot. Now we kind of fixed some of that issue of the flooring because the contractor went ahead and put extra beams on the bottom floor on the ceiling so that the upstairs area had a lot more support. So that's what the room kind of looked like. I mean, you know, there was no windows, so it only had one little tiny light in there, and so it was a very dark space. Now initially I was just gonna have the contractor kind of fix some of the sheetrock issues, really tear down the closet wall that they built, sheetrock that area, and just do the flooring. And you know, there's something about when you see people working for you and you start kind of trusting them a bit more and seeing that they're not out to gouge your eyes out, that you're willing to kind of change the plans a little bit more, even though you know it may cost more. So I asked the contractor what it would cost if I added 2 to 3 more windows in that space. Now remember, it had no windows, and I'm going to be up there working, and I felt like even if the floor was done and the lighting was done and the sheetrock was well done, that I'd feel like I was in a cave, and I kind of wanted not to feel that way. Also too, when we did downstairs, they put 2 windows or 1 extra window and fixed 1 window, and on one wall there was no window at all. So for some reason in that space I felt kind of closed in, because I don't know, you've never really shown my house. In my house I have a lot of windows, and then to transition from all that light coming into the space to a room that had no windows. I don't know. So when I decided to do upstairs, I kind of changed the plan for the contractor. He went ahead and added 3 new windows. And I told him if they fixed the ceiling, was it really gonna look well? Because the ceiling was warping from when we had the roof issue. So he told me that it would be best to tear down all the sheetrock on the top of the ceiling and put brand new insulation and a brand new sheetrock and kind of start fresh like we did downstairs. And so that's what we did. Now I'm glad I did that because the ceiling sheetrock was bowing really bad, and now it just looks so different. It looks like a fresh, clean room. And also too, in certain areas in the upstairs house, there was an insulation. So I was going to put my long arm up there because since the closet is being removed, the amount of space that's there, it has increased by 15 feet by 15.5 feet. So it's like almost upstairs is a complete square, and downstairs was a 12 and something foot floor by 15.5. So it just increased the space a lot. So yeah, we kind of changed some things up there. But you know, I think in the end, one of the things to consider in doing a renovation is the price. But I know that if I wouldn't have done it, down the line would have been happy with the result. And I'm so glad that I'm investing the money now. I'm getting it completed now, so that down the line, as the days go on, I'm excited to be up there and I don't feel like I'm in a cave. And now that we're doing the work and tearing down the sheetrock, now is the time to put the windows that I want in there. So that's what we started doing. And let me just say this, my contractor, he has been a blessing through this whole process. He's been merciful with me on some things, and he's been really good to me. Yeah, I really enjoyed working with this man. He's been a blessing. So yeah, I hope you like this video. I'm excited. I'm tired, but I'm excited. Yeah, so I'll see you on the next one, okay? Because there's a little bit more coming back. There's a little bit more coming up.